Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you guys are new to the channel, be sure to click that subscribe button. Also turn on post notifications. I would like to give a special thanks to Lorenzo Ford here in Homestead, Florida for giving me time with the 2022 Ford Raptor. Let's talk about pricing here for the Ford Raptor. Starting price is $69,525, including destination. Also with the options, this one stickers for $82,305. If you guys are in the market for a Ford, be sure to check out Lorenzo Ford and ask for Gene. He will get you into a new or pre-owned vehicle. But let's talk about the front styling of the Ford Raptor. Let's talk about the exterior styling here for the 2022 Ford Raptor here. As you guys can see, I love the white with the black finish here. Looking at these headlights here, they're going to be an LED projector headlight with the automatic low and high beam with this amber daytime run light and also turn signal. There's also LED fog lights here at the lower part of the fascia. There is front parking sensors with this skid plate here. There are also these recovery hooks here. Most people might do aftermarket to give it a different color. This is from the manufacturer, which is painted black. Everything in the front fascia here is going to be functional to keep that high powered twin turbo V6 cooled as possible. This also has the 3 lighting across to let everyone know that this vehicle is very wide across. There's the Ford name, which is spelled out very boldly here. There's a front facing camera with a washer on the end of it. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think about the Raptor for this current generation here. But let's talk about some specs here. This has an approach angle of 33.1 degrees with a breakover angle of 24.4 degrees and also with a departure angle of 24.9. So really good specs here for an off-road truck, which this vehicle is. And with the 37-inch tall tires, this vehicle will have around 13.1 inches of ground clearance. With the stock tires, Ford says this has 12 inches of ground clearance, which is still super impressive. As you guys can see, looking at the side profile, this has 4 full-size doors, also with the 5.5-foot bed. This is the only way that you guys can get the Raptor configured. Looking at these tires and wheels here, these are a 315/70 BF Goodrich all-terrain tire. They're wrapped in a 17-inch run design. I like the matte-like finish here. It looks good with the white exterior paint. Let's take a look at the suspension here really quickly. As you guys can see, very aggressive suspension setup compared to a standard F-150. There's also these running boards here that you guys can remove if you guys really want to go off-roading or do some Baja jumping. As you guys see, there's this LED side marker here in the mirror cap, and up top, Ford does give you this large panoramic sunroof here on the Raptor. Like I mentioned, this one does have the 4 full-size doors, which is the only way that you guys can get it configured. And there is the fog shocks right there. Really good suspension setup here on the Raptor. So Ford basically wants you to take this truck and go jump some sand dunes and whatnot. Looking at the taillights, they're full LED. This is where the blind spot monitoring is integrated into the taillight housing. Like I mentioned, full LED taillights. There's the Raptor name, which is spelled out. There's also the Ford name, which is spelled out very boldly here in the back of the tailgate. I like the black finish here, also with the F-150 name. That's the light here, just in case you guys are in a non-lit area. Looking at the dual exhaust, there's these large recovery hooks here, just in case you guys get stuck. There's a 7 and 4 pin connector there. You can also tow with this vehicle as well. LED lights for the tag. And underneath the vehicle, there's a full-size spare tire. Let's listen to the exhaust sound really quick. As you guys can hear, the exhaust sounds pretty damn aggressive for this to be a V6. If you guys want the V8 model, Ford will be selling that very soon, probably in the next model year or so. To let down the tailgate, this is power operated, which is really nice. You can also lift it back up by clicking the same button. There's these C-clamp cutouts here, just in case you guys were on a work site. There's a ruler here, which is what Ford is known for this generation of F-150s now. Press this button in right here. It does reveal the step-in bed mechanism here that you guys can get into the bed. As you guys can see, also this has a spray-in bed liner, just like on these side steps. There is an onboard generator here. You guys can charge up your work equipment and whatnot. There's the Ford logo right there. And press this button right here. As you guys can see, the LED lights will turn on in the bed, just in case you guys were in a non-lit area. You can also add a tonneau cover. There are some tie-down points back here. But let's lift the tailgate back up by pressing that button. Like I mentioned, it is power operated. But let's hop into the interior of the Ford Raptor. Sitting in the interior of the Ford Raptor, as you guys can see, look at all this tech, very large screens, real carbon fiber, nice materials, nice stitching that Ford uses. I also like the Recaro seats in here. They're very supportive and very aggressively bolstered. I like the suede Alcantara. But reaching over here to shut the door of the Ford Raptor here. So start up the vehicle, you guys know, put your foot on the brake and press the start stop button right here. You guys can hear that 3.5 liter twin turbo V6 will come to life. This is the current key fob here. It does have Raptor on the back of the key fob. There's a lock, unlock, remote start. You can let down the tailgate and lift it up once you click it twice, and there's a panic button. The key does feel nice to hold in my hands. As you guys can see, everything will turn on. This is a 12-inch display. It does support Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. You can use the USB port or you can use the wireless capability there. Let's talk about the materials here. Like I mentioned, real carbon fiber, nice leather, nice stitching here. There is your window controls here, which feel very high quality. It is auto up and down for all four windows. There's 3-person memory seats. So if your spouse drives this vehicle and they're always constantly moving your seating position, just set your own memory seats there. There's the lock controls here. There's the spotlights around the vehicle. You can turn them on and off. This is for the onboard generator here. Once you guys press that, and you can let down the tailgate. Over here is your headlight controls, electronic parking brake, and this one has the adjustable pedal, so you can bring the pedals towards you or away from you. Looking here, press this button right here. This is for your this is my mode selector. You can put normal. You can also set up the suspension setup and whatnot, the exhaust sound, so you can basically set it up to your liking. Over here is for adaptive cruise control, volume control. There's the Ford logo here on the airbag cover. I like the 3-spoke wheel design. It does have Raptor here at the low part of the steering wheel. This is for your suspension tuning, your steering feel. You can put it in comfort, sport, and also normal. You can put the exhaust in normal. There's a sport. It sounds pretty good. Well muted in the cabin, but outside, like you guys heard, it does sound very aggressive. Over here is for your sync and track, but you guys can customize this fully digital display here by pressing menu. You show you my view. There's also trip. There's towing. There's Raptor information. Let's press the Raptor information here, and there's the Raptor status. There's my gauges, measurements. Like I mentioned, just like pressing the R button here, it does show you that here. It does show that it's 21 degrees. There's my gauges, measurements, tire pressure, off-road settings, which unfortunately I can't go into any off-road settings here. There's a power distribution. So it will show you where the torque is being sent to. This has a 4-wheel drive system. Looking at the materials on the dashboard, nice high quality leather and stitching. There's some storage here. This also has a B&O sound system. It sounds fantastic. There's the onboard generator. Let's press the onboard generator system again and see what will happen. Oh, right now it's telling me it's a low power mode there. But going here to the Apple CarPlay here, as you guys can see, it doesn't take up the whole 12-inch display. It just takes up a small portion. Maybe Ford can do an over-the-air update here. There's the Ford embedded navigation here, which Ford has been updating over the years. As you guys see, it's very snappy and responsive. Going back to the Apple CarPlay, there's your Pro Trailer Assist here. You can turn the vehicle left or right. And Ford says this can tow 8,200 pounds properly equipped. On a full tank of gas, this vehicle says it has 451 miles of cruising range, which is just super impressive. You can access the camera via this button here. You can also have the vehicle park itself. Once it finds an empty parking spot, there's a hazard button, traction control, hill descent control, big knobs here for the volume and dual climate control. There's a 2 high, 4 auto, and 4 low. There's your trailer brake control here. Putting the vehicle into reverse, it does reveal a top-down 360 view there. There's trajectory or distance markers. Putting the vehicle into drive. You also press this button here to go into manual mode. Now you can use the paddle shifters here, which is mounted to the steering wheel. Very thick rim. I like the nice orange accent in the center of the steering wheel. You can take it out of manual mode, put it into park there. You can press this button here. As you guys can see, the shifter will fold itself down. And now you can turn this into a workstation, which is just super nice. Ford is known for this feature here for this current generation of F-150s. You guys can turn this into a lunch table, a work table, whatever you guys would like to turn this into. Ford does give you that. There's Raptor on the top of the center lid here. So suede Alcantara, which is really high quality. Open this up, it does reveal a very deep center storage in there with this removable tray. Like I mentioned, the seats are supportive and comfortable. It actually has a speaker in the actual headrest here, carbon fiber on the glove compartment here. Plus this button here, it does reveal a large storage in there. It also has this rubber floor in there, so if you guys put some items in there, they won't fly around in there if you guys are doing some aggressive driving. There's a large storage here in the lower part of the glove compartment. There's a 12 volt, also with a household outlet. There's 3 level heated and cool seats, a heated steering wheel function, 2 USB ports there, also with a wireless phone charger. My iPhone 13 Pro Max does fit. There's 2 cup holders here. I showed you guys the current key fob. A lot of storage space here if you guys really need it. Above me, you guys can press this one touch here, and it does reveal the large panoramic sunroof. Overall, the interior of the Ford Raptor does not disappoint. I like the nice tech features that Ford offers here, also with the nice materials. Opening the rear door of the Raptor here, this is why most Americans buy full-size pickup trucks, because look how much space is in the back seat. You can put your family in here, you can sit 3 people across in comfort, especially on a long road trip. Let's talk about the materials here on the door panel really quick. As you guys can see, real carbon fiber. There's this cup holder here in the door pocket. The switchgear feels nice. There's this Ford F-150 traditional handle here. Nice stitching here and a really nice soft padded material, which is really nice. This area is going to be nice and padded. There's some storage here, cup holder space down here at the lower part of the door panel. Lifting the seat up here, Ford does give you some underfloor storage. As you guys can see, there's some accessories here for the truck. Pull this tab here. This is how you release the seat from being locked into place. There's this grab handle here. There's also these large running boards here that you guys can remove if you guys wanted to do some jumping in the desert. But getting into this large pickup truck here, as you guys can see, plenty of space to get comfortable back here. Let me shut the door. Ford says this has 43.6 inches of rear legroom space. There is 2 mat pockets for storage back here. You also have 2 level heated seats, a 12-volt USB charging ports, household outlet. There's rear air vents. There's 2 cup holders here, and above me there's this large panoramic sunroof. This area does not open, only this area right here, so you can ask the driver or the passenger to let air and light into the cabin if you guys need it. Pressing this button right here does reveal the LED lights. There's also this coat hanger here. The seats in here, they're supportive, they're comfortable, they're very aggressive here on the Raptor. Putting this armrest down here does reveal 2 cup holders, and you can open this up to let more air pass through. But overall, the back seat of the Raptor is very cozy, very spacious. Like I mentioned, you can fit 3 people across, and the materials back here do not disappoint. Let's talk about the powertrain specs here for the Ford Raptor R. Even though this is not the Raptor R, we want to talk about the powertrain specs anyway, because technically the 3.5 liter, which I have underneath the hood here, is technically the base powertrain since Ford has released the specs for the Raptor R. Let's talk about the Raptor R, which is Ford's 5.2 liter V8. That powertrain will make 700 horsepower and 640 pound-feet of torque. Unfortunately, that's not the powertrain underneath the hood. Like I mentioned, this is a 3.5 liter twin turbo V6. This powertrain makes 450 horsepower and 510 pound-feet of torque. It is paired with a 10-speed automatic transmission, which is co-developed with GM, which is a really good transmission. It's very silky and it's very smooth to shift. As the Raptor sits here, this vehicle weighs in around 5,700 pounds, so she ain't light, but she moves very quick on her feet. And Ford says this vehicle can tow 8,200 pounds with a payload of 1,400 pounds. But let's talk about the fuel economy here as we walk towards the fuel door. This vehicle is rated to get 14 in the city, 18 on the highway, and 15 combined. So starting off in the 2022 Ford F-150 Raptor, as you guys can hear, the exhaust sounds so good. This is Ford's 3.5 liter twin turbo V6. This powertrain makes 450 horsepower and 510 pound-feet of torque. So basically Ford just turned up the wick to give this pickup truck here more horsepower and more torque. Let's talk about the visibility here. Great visibility. The dash is very high. You can see over it. The seats in here, they're supportive, they're comfortable. They're 3 level heated and cool seats. I love the Recaro seats in here. I love the blue suede Alcantara. Also with the Raptor name right here, which is really nice. Then the headrest also has a speaker in it, which is just super impressive. You get that 3D sound effect. The mirrors in here are very large mirrors. You have great visibility. I like this orange centerpiece here in the steering wheel. There's paddle shifters here. They're mounted to the column. But oh, the exhaust sounds so good. And Ford is now finally offering a V8 Power Raptor now. It's not on sale as of this filming, but Ford should be building them very soon. I'm not sure if they're going to be a limited run with the V8. But just driving the Raptor here, you guys can tell that this is an off-road truck. It just drives just like you're basically on a sand dune or just basically driving, you know, on an off-road course. I wish I was able to take this vehicle off-roading, but up here, there's some rough parts of the road here. You can also get an optional 37-inch tall tire if you guys don't want the stock tire that comes with the truck. As you guys can see, just going over some of these potholes and whatnot, the truck just sucks up all the bumps and whatnot. You don't feel it in the cabin. So really good suspension tuning here for the Raptor. And like I mentioned, Ford did turn up the wick here for this powertrain. So I mentioned 450 horsepower and 510 pound-feet of torque. It's paired with a 10-speed automatic transmission. Good 10-speed, very smooth. It doesn't hunt for gears, but it is a very smooth shifting 10-speed auto. It was co-developed with GM, so really good 10-speed, like I mentioned. Let's talk about fuel economy here really quick. This is rated to get 14 in the city, 18 on the highway, and 15 combined. So the fuel economy is very decent. I think premium gas is required here for the Raptor. But let's turn off the exhaust. You guys can't do that via this control here on the steering wheel. You can put it into a Baja. You can also put it into normal, so it does tone down the exhaust sound so you guys don't wake up your neighbors. There is some neighbors that do complain with the loud exhaust, but if you guys don't care about that, just leave the thing open. And you guys can hear a little bit, just so much grunt from the exhaust sound compared to the previous generation. And this truck is so wide across, you guys can see my arms are very long, but I can't even reach the passenger door. I like the nice materials. That's carbon fiber, nice materials that Ford uses here on the Raptor. And this vehicle just drives like an off-road truck in a good sense. It does have really good on-road manners, even with these off-road tires. The exhaust sounds good. The visibility is good. The seats in here, they're supportive and comfortable. You can press this button right here. You can't do it while the vehicle is in drive. You can make this into a work table, which is just really nice that Ford does give you that. Once you fold down the shifter here, there's a wireless phone charger, 3-level heated and cooled seats. Just the driving dynamics of this pickup truck is just super impressive. Well, on a full tank of gas, this thing was saying 451 miles until empty, which is just super impressive for a truck that sits this low and has this wide angle across. It's just super impressive that Ford does give you that good amount of range here with this V6. You also have this nice fully digital display. Like I showed you guys from the inside scene, you can customize that via these controls on the steering wheel. Paddle shifters feel really good to hold in your hands. So if you guys want to shift your own gears, you can also put the vehicle into a manual mode. But if you guys are looking for the ultimate F-150, the Raptor is not going to disappoint. After spending time with the 2022 Ford Raptor here, as you guys seen from the driving scene, this vehicle just offers so much good acceleration. This vehicle drives so smooth for this to be an off-road truck. The 10-speed is just silky smooth. Hope you guys have enjoyed this review here. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at DriveOnReviews. Hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications, and I will see you guys in the next video.